All right, I just found a snake. There's a Ridley's cave racer there. Get it, get it, get it, get it. All right, day 4, 5. Starting to lose track here, but we just drove out to a little mountainside. There's a limestone karst just back there. Gonna do a bit of exploring. All right, doing a little daytime exploring around this little cave area here. Have a look at this guy that we found. Nice size adult giant river toad. They can get a whole lot bigger than this even, but this is the biggest one I've seen so far on this trip. But once we get to Trang tomorrow, we'll probably see some way bigger ones. Love these guys. Look at those eyes. All right, doing a little daytime walk. Going to a cave. This cave goes insanely deep. It's a bit treacherous climbing in. We have to climb through that little gap there. But once you're in, it opens up and it goes really, really far, probably like a couple kilometers or so. Gonna go in there, have a little daytime look around, see if we can find something, maybe a cave racer, and then go meet the others. Man, this cave really goes incredibly deep. I'm walking for about 20 minutes now at a reasonably fast pace too. No snakes yet so far, but I'm hopeful. All right, I just found a snake. There's a Ridley's cave racer there. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Hook it down violently. There we go. Nice. Ridley's cave racer. Just as I was saying, they don't usually come this deep into the cave. Cave racer. Hell yeah. Yeah, these guys are usually not too bitey, but sometimes they do bite. Can I see him? Oh, cool. What a nice snake. Just what we were hoping to find in here. Look at me. A Lafay Tainura Ridley eye. Alright, we've been in here for a while though. The others are probably thinking something happened, so bagging it. It stinks. Alright, we've driven 5 minutes down the road to another limestone area with a cave. This area also has a temple though. Gonna walk up into this little valley that's just above and have a look around. There's usually a bunch of tortoises around, but there's also beautiful pit vipers and possibly the elongated tortoise, which is critically endangered. The worst part about this are the insanely steep steps that you have to go up. Oh, so out of breath. Just made it to the top and now we have to go all the way back down on the other side. You can see the valley in between the trees here, which is completely surrounded by a almost vertical limestone wall. All right, we've made it down. It's such a dense tree cover that it's actually pretty dark in here if I take my torch away. But the moment I started filming, we just found this beautiful elongated tortoise, a critically endangered species. But in this valley here, they're quite numerous. Gonna get him out. This one is a really pretty one. Sometimes when they get big, they fade in color a bit and are more dull, but this one has some really nice pattern. They're typically pretty shy, so I don't think we'll get to actually see him stick his head out there, but really nice tortoise that in almost all parts of Thailand actually is insanely rare and hard to find, but this is the only place I know of where you've got a really good shot at seeing them. Just found another elongated tortoise, but this one's seen better days. Really cool. So tempted to take this home, but because they're critically endangered, I'm pretty sure it would be illegal to own this, but it's huge too. Wonder what killed it. You cannot believe the amount of mosquitoes that are here. This crazy spider we just found. I've seen similar ones to these before, but this one has got to have by far the longest horns of any I've ever seen. And he's about to, wait, nope, he's coming back. Look at that thing. Bright orange too, but of course he's being really uncooperative. There we go. Focus. Dang it. There he is. I'll just film him on the ground. Have a look at that crazy spider. That is ridiculous. If you guys know what species this is, please leave it below. Awesome. Alright, didn't find anything else at the temple, but night has fallen and we're yet at another spot. A spot I've actually never filmed at before. As you can see, we are in the middle of the city and there's just like this small unbuilt plot behind this wall, which is really, really good for Callosolasma, so we're gonna try and find one of those there. Yeah. Busy day today, many spots. All right, and as predicted, within like 5 minutes of walking, I just spotted our first Malayan pit viper. He's pretty hard to see, but his little triangular patterns there caught my eye. Not sure if you can see on camera, but he's right in the center of the frame there. Maybe if I zoom in. Wait, I need to adjust the light a bit. There. You can just see him there. You see those little triangular patterns there? Right in there. There's a nice one sitting. I might have to put the camera away for a second to get him out because the others are all a bit away, so I'm one-handed and I don't want to lose him in all this stuff. Oh wait, you can see the tail here as well. Maybe I can yank him out by the tail without copping a bite. That would be ideal. Don't really want to pull because that could damage their scales. Usually if you just like hold the tail in place, they'll eventually realize that they can't go any further and they'll like start backing up. But I am going to put my phone away for a second. And there we have it, the nice yellowish morph. These guys come in a variety of different colors. This is a pretty common color form here, but they also come in like reddish or grayish hues. Very nice individual. He looks like a, yeah, definitely a male. You can see his cloaca there and how long the tail is. Means it's a male. Nice adult male. Very, very nice individual. Definitely better than the other one we saw the other night. I'm not actually sure if I filmed that one. I think I did. Either way, we found one the other night that was like way uglier than this one. So it's good we finally got a nicer example of the species. Alright, while trying to find the others, because I didn't have a bag on me, I did head him real quick just so I could walk and look where I'm going. And it's a good opportunity to see the huge fangs on these guys. Folded them in now, but really, really tricky snakes to pin. And another one. This one's actually really big. A lot paler though. Put her on the ground for a second. You can see the short tail. This is definitely a female. Wow, look at the size of the head on that thing next to like my thumb. That is huge.
I just put it down on some sort of...
Yeah.
Oh, you can tail these?
Yeah, but you want to be careful because they can spin around. But they're generally a very relaxed species of viper. They don't really... If you're gentle with them, they don't really do much. Look at those nice pinks on her side there. This never, for some reason, shows up on camera very well, but to the naked eye, you can see some like really nice pinks on the side of the body there. Quite large head as well. This is a good adult female. Just what we were hoping to see. Pretty. Really pale, too.
A little bit skinny, though.
Yeah, it's quite common for these to be relatively skinny, though. Most of them I see are like this. Mostly frogs, actually. They'll eat rodents, but a large part of their diet is frogs.
Alright, let's get her out into the open here.
Yep, bring her over, show the others. If you look at the rear half of her body there, you can see how like deflated she looks. One moment, if she'll stay still. Yeah, wait. There, look how deflated the body there is. And I'm almost certain that that would be because she's postpartum, just popped out a whole bunch of eggs, and now she's rather slender. Very nice. Another critter we got here in the middle of town is this little Malayan snail-eating turtle. And these are pretty common, and I've seen many of them, but this one for some reason has such a glossy black shell, which I've actually never seen before. Generally, these are kind of like dusty and not super like clean looking, whereas this one is like factory new. Look at that thing. Absolutely beautiful. Never ever seen one like this before. This actually makes the species look like a quite nice turtle, where in general this is kind of a groggy, boring turtle. Really nice. Alright, we've yet again changed location. Came back to the hill we were at 1 or 2 nights ago. Just started walking. Look what I spotted just in between the leaves there. Another Malayan pit viper, even though we just came back from a different spot where we specifically targeted them. Because in this hill, you see them sometimes, but they're really not that common here. And probably gonna lose this one. Little bastard. Wait, I just gotta go in for this. Another one. And really small one this time. Another little Malayan pit. Nice yellows on him though. Not as pretty as the other ones we saw tonight though. You can see if I put my hand there, this guy is tiny. Makes me feel a bit better about that one I fumbled and lost. Nice little one. Probably just gonna leave him here though, because we've already seen several of these tonight. Awesome though, snakes are out. All right, we've once again changed location for the night. We're now back at our resort, doing some walking around the grounds and forest behind it. Here's a little Certodactylus lecoguli. Probably the first one I've filmed this trip, but not the first one I've seen. Very common species in this area, throughout most of southern Thailand actually. This one's got a regrow tail. Alright, we've done quite poorly on the snake front tonight, but I did just manage to get this. Didn't get the catch on video, it was kind of high up a palm tree and I was able to jump and like yank him down by his tail. Oh, he's pizzing. Anyway, nice monitor lizard. First one of the trip actually. This is the very common, most common and widespread species that we normally get, unlike that Dumerals that we got earlier on the trip. Definitely an adult, but they can get a whole lot bigger than this. This is actually the, I believe, second or third largest monitor species in the world. And very, very common. We call them trash lizards sometimes. They're kind of like the Southeast Asian equivalent of a raccoon. They're very common around human settlements where they will sometimes raid bins and stuff. But out here in the forest, they're not really that dirty and actually very nice lizards. Beautiful. Get some close-ups of his head. Really dinosaur-like. He's got that glare. He looks like a Sven. I'm naming him Sven. He's actually not that bitey. Sometimes these can be the nibblers, but this one is reasonably well behaved. Anyway, we're going to do a round of photography and let him go. It's the next day. We're on our way to Trang and we're running around in the middle of the road because we had to stop because there was a clouded monitor on the road that then went into that bush in the middle divider. And we actually got it. Can't believe it. It's like the first time that I've ever seen one of these on the road and it didn't get away. Third monitor species of the trip. This is the other one of the common two. The clouded monitor. Not a very big one, but I like these guys. They're so similar to the Bengal monitors.
It used to be the same species.
Yeah.
Oh look, he's got a weird toe.
Oh yeah, it's got a... It's an old injury, but it's the toe's like almost falling off. There's like... Very strange. These guys are resilient though. It won't affect him too much. This thing must be so confused. One moment it's crossing a highway, the next moment it's getting harassed by a bunch of apes. Anyway, can I see him?
Yep.
Wow,
Has he gone into limp mode now?
He's like 1,000,000 degrees. He's so hot. We should probably get him out the sun here. Take over for a second.
Look at him go.
There we have him. He's very nice. This is probably one of the harder monitors to catch.
For sure.
Water monitors are a lot easier to catch. These guys are very fast on the wear. And God damn it! David!
Please tell me you got that on video.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's alright. It's alright. Please tell me you got that on video. You're recording, right? Yeah, I was already.
This has seriously been the trip of me fumbling catches, or, well, this one was already caught, but that was bad. Very bad. I'm sorry, guys. Right, it is night 6. We've just arrived in Trang and pulled up to our spot. Just getting out the cars, actually, and just on the edge of the parking lot, someone already shouted snake. I haven't gone over yet. What is it? Is it a cynodon? Where? Where is it?
There, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, big Boiga cynodon up there. It's funny, when you guys shouted snake and pointed in the tree, I had a feeling that's what it'd be. Yeah, that is a huge cynodon. Not sure we're going to be able to get that down. I'm sure someone's going to try at least, but as you can see, it's a decent way up. Alright, we've been watching it from that tree, and now it's climbed across, and you can see it right there, rapidly coming lower. Yeah, I'm gonna go try and find a branch. Alright, he's actually climbed into a very... I'd say don't touch it yet. Yeah, no, just wait, it's gonna come lower, just let it come lower. Yeah.
If it starts going up, then we send you up. Okay?
It's gonna try and cross to the right. And I'd say mid-cross, you want to yank it with a stick.
You want to do this? No.
Okay, yeah. Let him climb onto that. Tickle the tail again.
Or why don't you just plane in mid-body with that?
There we go. It's going to come down in a second.
You got a receiver?
Yeah, it's coming down.
All right, yeah.
Get him. There you go. Oh, got him. Careful, don't get bitten. Don't get bitten.
Yeah, I won't.
Nice.
Nice catch.
That's a big cynodon right there.
Nice spot, man.
Unfortunately, it's the ugly morph, but
There's a pretty one.
Oh, that's not ugly. Look at that.
Yeah, it's got some nice. It's got some nice yellows on the body. It's a really good size one as well. Like
told you tonight would be the night of Boiga. First cat snake of the trip.
Yeah, I was telling the guys in my car that this is one of my best spots for cynodons, like this area for sure.
We just got another one of our spider targets. Normally we're not that much into the inverts, but today we have Tibor Molnar with us. I'll link him down below. And he is a big macro photographer, so he's gonna absolutely love this. What a pretty spider. I really like this one. Such a nice and very well-known species. Gonna get in a bit closer so you can see there. They have those like really fuzzy, furry bits. Awesome. Just making our way up the trail and spotted another snake. Probably not going to be able to get it down, but you can see up there is another vine snake. Based on how high he's sleeping, I would assume this to be a Hetula prasina, the common one. But in these forests, you also sometimes get Macterizans, which is the Malayan vine snake. But they're typically like a more limey green, so I'm fairly certain this is just prasina. Really high up too. I didn't get the catch on camera because it was getting away and my priority was to get it. But here we just got a tiny little hatchling, Thaius fusca, the white-bellied rat snake. Now these are the second largest rat snake in Asia, reaching like around 3 meters in length. And it's not uncommon to see really big individuals of these, but this one is probably quite literally a week or so old, like fresh out the egg. This one is absolutely tiny, probably the smallest I've seen. But that, therefore, it has some of the best colors as well. I mean, I'll try and get that on video, but look at those huge eyes, vibrant greens, and then that nice banding on the rear. One of the only rat snakes that literally never bites, or almost never. Once I did get bit by one, but these generally, even if they're huge, you can just grab them and they won't bite. Of course, non-venomous. What a cute little snake. Just spotted ourselves another snake. He's pretty far, but if you look straight through the middle there, let me zoom in. You can see that little horizontal thing resting on that big palm. I know for sure that's a snake, but I don't know what it is yet. Let's go in and have a closer look. I didn't instantly recognize it, which is generally a good thing. And I still don't recognize it. What on earth? Oh, it's a juvenile purple cookery snake, Oligodon purpurescens. Very weird place to see one sleeping. Usually these are terrestrial. But wow, look at those beautiful red ventrals on him. You can just see them there. And gotta be careful grabbing these guys because even though they're non-venomous, they have some of the meanest teeth and bites of any snake. Yeah, and the other thing is you can't really head these because they've got such big teeth that if you grab them behind the head, they can always get you. Gonna bring him out here. And wow, look at that ventral. That is insane. It's probably the best ventral I've seen on this species. I wonder if this could even be Promsonbuti, but I don't think so. Promsonbuti is very rare, and I, to be honest, don't know a lot about it. I just know that it's similar. Definitely a really nice find, though. Let me bring him down here before he chews me to shreds. Really, really pretty little guy, though. Awesome. All right, another common species. The second, well, no, actually, what, fourth Batans prass of the night, but only the second one I filmed. Little juvenile, which is in its yellow color form, which will turn green as he grows up. You can see the head is already a little limey green, but I always like finding these yellow ones. Somehow they're just so much nicer than the red ones. Beauty. Do a little bit of photography with some of the snakes I caught, and Rupert radioed in and said, come down and meet him right now, which generally means he got something good. I don't see anything in his hand, so it's probably already bagged. Where's Rupert? Have you seen Rupert?
It's down there. What do you got? No, the bird just pulled us down. That's the same
No, he hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, we haven't seen it.
It's evolved to running. We've left the others, and that was just a snail. Holy shit! A red-headed krait!
Red-headed krait. Huge one. Oh.
Nice!
Look at that.
Holy shit.
Look at the size of this.
Can you hold for a second?
Yeah. Sure.
Whee! This is actually our first red-headed krait ever at this spot, but we've always thought we can get them here. Because we have a spot that's just like a few kilometers up the road where we've seen a ton of them. We've never gotten one here till now, and this is not honestly a really good size one. Not the biggest we've seen, but probably the biggest we've seen in Trang.
For sure, yeah.
So,
It's kind of skinny, but lengthwise it's huge. Hey,
Yeah.
hide it round the corner while the guys are coming. Hide it round the corner.
Alright.
Like maybe, like hide it round the corner.
Tell me their reaction though.
Okay, I'm gonna hide it. Are they all coming? Is everybody here?
Not really. Two people there. T-ball and...
Come and look, guys. Look. Come and look. David's. Look what I got, bro. Look. What the?
Oh my! Oh man! Don't let it come to your mouth or your hand.
Jesus.
Oh my God!
You just saw
I
it
don't
here?
believe my f***ing own eyes. Oh
Yeah,
my
I hadn't
God.
touched it before you guys came. It was in situ when you guys came down.
We will pass this twice as well,
You
don't
found it over here?
It was
big one,
it was here, coming across here, just slowly moving across here.
My God.
It crossed
Kind of
between
skinny,
you
but
guys and me.
What is that, like 1.8?
1.7 I'd say,
yeah,
maybe.
1.7
Yeah,
meters?
maybe a little 1.75, I'm not sure. We should do a size thing.
Yeah. All right, photography has officially been wrapped up, and this guy is ready for release now. During the handling and photography, he mellowed out even more. Have a look at how calm this thing is getting. These are the calmest kraits by far, and the only krait that I would dare do something like this with, but... Oh, he's going up my shirt. Anyway, he is really calm and a lot less twitchy than this species usually is. They're usually quite twitchy. They're never bitey, but this one is definitely not on the twitching meta and is very, very well behaved. Also, I'm going to stretch him out. I've shown it before, but very, very long snake. He's not very fat. We've seen some thicker ones, but he's definitely up there with the longest ones we've ever seen. I mean, look at this. This is a long snake, and he's just curiously crawling around here. These guys are highly venomous, though less toxic than some of the other kraits, but there's no degree of death, so I guess it's kind of irrelevant how toxic it is. But he's got a very large head and would have a reasonable venom yield, which fortunately he's not interested in using, so very thankful that Rupert spotted the snake, and we're just gonna let him go. Off he goes. Alright, just did some walking along the stream while the others are on the trail, and sure enough, got another snake. Here we have a lovely adult Bengkulu cat snake, Buiga bengkuluensis. Probably the most common of the cat snakes in this area. Brown is juveniles, and then they transition to that mossy green. This one you can see he's got the greens coming through, but he hasn't fully transitioned yet. He's only I'd say he's mature, but young adult, I would describe this as. Very weirdly calm. This species is usually on the biting meta, but this one is just curiously looking around. Oh, he's gonna bite me now, isn't he? Please don't bite me, sir. But yeah, you can see they have that lovely mossy green head as adults, and that will get even more intense as it grows. Amazing snake, though. Just gonna let him cruise on off and find some agamid lizards is what they specialize in eating. Alright, day 7, just heading out to do a little cruising. Unfortunately, we just cruised this paradise flying snake, only the second one I've ever seen, but he has unfortunately been clipped by a car, and if you look on the side here, his entire heart is outside of his body, but it's still beating. Other than that, though, the snake is
Fine, yeah.
moving and acting completely normal, so as long as we don't touch it, we're going to try and find something sterile, and maybe we can push the heart back in, and the snake might actually have a shot at surviving. It's the least we can do, but of course...
by the way that it's moving,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to have any spinal fractures whatsoever. It was stunned, but it's slowly like coming back to like moving like regularly.
Interesting. Very, very sad though.
Just remember, there's no pressure because like it's not like
if we fail, it dies either way.
Yeah.
I mean, if we don't try.
Oh, this is gonna have to be a left-handed cut. Hi, kid. I need something to stop the flinching. Is there nothing else here that cuts?
Nope. That's all we got.
Canal.
We could just put a plaster over the heart and take it to a vet.
Do we have options for a vet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could get a vet.
Yeah.
If we could get a vet, that'd be much easier than me doing
There's
it.
obviously like animal vets in Trang, and even if they don't specialize in snakes, they might have the equipment.
Yeah,
if we
they
can
have
put
the
a gauze,
equipment-
if we can put like a gauze
No,
over the
don't
heart.
use gauze. Use
Not gauze, like a soft,
plastic wrap.
soft thing. Yeah.
Do we have any plastic wrap?
Yeah. All right, so change of plans here. We're not gonna do the roadside surgery. We're gonna try to get it to a vet. So we're now trying our best to keep the heart clean and sterile with a plastic bag that we're attaching over it so that dirt and stuff doesn't get into it, while Rupert is doing some calls to try and figure out where the best vet for the job would be.
No. Where my fingers are at the base. See how I've got the tag? Yes.
But
come
make
over
sure
there.
make sure the tape touches the scales as well, or else it'll slide forth
Yeah,
and
so
back.
you need to come further down, where the end of the.
And don't do it very tight.
Yeah, not at all. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, there and now around.
You interested in it?
Yeah. Alright, do we have something to cut it with?
Yep. It's always sad when this sort of happens. I guess all the best you can do is try your hardest.
Welcome to my day job.
Yeah.
I managed to fix a frog though that got clipped by a bulldozer.
Clipped by a bulldozer.
Yep, it lost a leg but it lived.
Remember, Magnus, don't wrap very tight because
You
the
need to-
the stickiness will stop it from sliding. So you really just need to put it very lightly so that it stays for like 20 minutes till we get it to the vet.
Alright, it's held. Let me see the heart. Yeah, that's a good position.
All right.
Okay.
You guys done?
Yep.
Thank.
Off to the vet with this little dude.
I don't. Yeah, she does.
Can
Can?
try.
Yeah, we can try.
Okay.
All right.
เดี๋ยวผม
Let's
ขับ
do
รถ
it.
เอางูไปให้ที่นู่นนะครับ
All right, we're doing this. All right, all sorted. We found a vet who's willing to give it a try. The others are heading off to the vet now. Our car is going to keep herping because obviously there's no point in all of us being there, not like we can help. So wish for the best, and I'll put in some updates if I get any. Best of luck, boys. All right, while the others are off to the vets, we kept cruising. Literally 2 minutes after starting driving, got another snake. Unfortunately, this one wasn't as fortunate as the flying snake. This one is well beyond its due date. But that is a yellow spotted keelback. It's perfect snake weather right now. It's warm, it recently rained, and little patches of sun, which is honestly the best kind of weather you could ever wish for finding snakes on roads in southern Thailand. So I'm hopeful we'll be able to get at least something alive by the time the others are back. All right, the wrasses are back from the vet. How did it go, Rupert?
Pretty good. Yeah, she says you can do the surgery. 3,000 baht, cap.
All right, so I guess we'll hear from it later today or tomorrow.
Yeah, she said she was going to perform the surgery today and will update me.
Okay,
And-
well, we continued road cruising. These guys came back, did a bit of hiking along a beautiful limestone karst here, and as luck would have it, they turned up a Trimeresurus venistus, which is the Trang clade, which in my opinion is the most beautiful of all the localities. It's not showing up nearly as good on camera, but those greens are almost like a slight turquoise hue, much prettier than the ones we're used to seeing in Krabi. But I'm definitely going to try and get some photos for the new VIPs of the channel. Very pretty snake.
Yeah, it's so backlit.
Put my hand there for size reference, you can see. Decent sized female. Alright, so we've just concluded our photography, and everyone else has already headed off in the other car and left. And I'm left here to release the little snake, but now in hand you can really see how much nicer the banding on these Trang individuals are. Such broad banding, and the greens are a much nicer hue. Anyway, I'm just gonna let him crawl back here onto one of these little plant-covered rocks that we found him on. And away she goes. What a pretty snake. All right, time to go get some dinner and keep herping.
We do it now.